I want to talk about Jussie Smollett, who is now a former actor on the TV show known as Empire. He was actually fired because of this incident where he came up with an elaborate story of him being the victim of a hate crime, and it was later found out that he made the entire thing up, and he was arrested and he was just released on bail. Now, Jussie Smollett, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He was an actor on a very popular TV show called Empire, and this guy, he's a gay black man. He thought that it would be a good idea to make up a story of him being a victim of a hate crime, so he could sort of propel himself into the spotlight. And it's sickening, and it's not just him, but it's this culture we live in where, you know, as soon as someone says something happens to them, everyone jumps on the bandwagon. And I always try to wait for some level of evidence to come out saying what's what. And it's sickening that a gay black man would lie about being attacked and having a noose tied around his neck, all for publicity. I mean, there's people, I mean, our grandparents lived through a time where in a lot of states they couldn't even drink out the same water fountain. And the fact that he wants to make up a hate crime, saying he was a victim of racism and he wasn't, I mean, that's sickening. That's sad. And when something like this actually does happen, it makes it a lot harder for people to come forward, because it's that crying wolf thing or whatever, where, you know, someone, where other people will say something happens to them, and then you find out later it didn't happen. And then when something actually does happen, when someone is actually a victim of a hate crime, well, a lot more people are skeptical, and a lot of times people will believe that someone is just making it up. And that's what we have to really look at, is because, hey, look, you know, you got the president speaking about this, and you had lots of other major like news outlets and very influential people talking about what happened to you. And then when you say that, and when we find out that it didn't happen, I mean, it's the ramifications are very, very high. And after looking at the evidence and after seeing like a lot of different things come out saying that, you know, he paid two people $3,500 a couple of weeks before to make this up, I mean, I feel like he's, like, from the evidence I've seen, I do believe that he made it up completely. And from what I was reading also is that the maximum sentence for someone making a false like report like this is actually up to 3 years in prison. So, you know, he can be sitting in a jail cell for 3 years because he wants to chase publicity. You know, I don't know how much he made off the TV show Empire. It's probably a lot more than what the average person makes. And, you know, he's probably living very comfortably. So why would you want to ruin all that just to have your, you know, your 15 seconds of fame? And then on top of that, you make things a lot harder for the rest of you know, black people in this country in regards to dealing with racism. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Please hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment, tell me what you guys think, and that's all I really gotta say, yo. Peace.